Hey Taurus, TT here with a channel message. I hope you're having the best day ever. If you are new, welcome to our little love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you're returning, welcome back, you guys. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay, yeah, so we're going to jump right into the message today, Taurus. Like I said, thank you for all your support and love in the comments. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you. For those of you Tauruses that are going through a like you're I heard hanging in on the fence. If you're on the fence about something, like going back and forth between the two decisions, because I am seeing this card here, yeah, back and forth, you could be literally in the middle of an uncomfortable season. This is going to be a big life change for you, okay? You're never going to be the same after you make this decision. I don't know quite what this decision is yet, but be patient. I'm hearing this transition is intended to be uncomfortable because, like, I mean, let's think about it. If he was to just give in right now, this pole would be up his ass, okay? I just had to say it. I don't know, I was having that thought. So yeah, so if you're like hanging on, right, in between, like it's foggy, okay, you see how all this fog is back him. These are actually like trees behind him, but it's foggy, it's misty, you can't really see. He can't see what's behind him. He's above the buildings. So you're flying high at something. Like you are, this decision, you had to go to like the top in order to make this decision. Okay. This could be, like a work situation. Like maybe you went over your boss and you went to talk to HR. That's another example of going to like the top to get some clarity that you need. For others of you, you may literally like have to ascend, you know what I'm saying? So you can get the clarity you need, in the direction that you're going to go. This is a big change. So if you're in that energy of endings, release, should I move to this location? Should I stay here? Should I relocate? You're trying to go high enough where you can get some foresight and some clarity. You're trying to be baby Yoda out here. What does it say? The child. Okay, you're trying to is this an egg? Okay, I thought that was an egg, but I was drawn to my shirt for a second. It's like you're trying to get some clarity on a big move that you're about to make. The only person that matters right now, Taurus, is going to be you. All right. So you are the Godhead of your life. No one else around you should have this power to make this decision for you. All right. Based off of your belief systems that you have for yourself, you're going to create that karma for you. So for example, if you believe that anytime, let's say you create a system of beliefs for yourself. Let me give you an example. Let's say that I program this card to say that this is a good deed, right? Let's say I program this card to say this is no good for me, it's unhealthy. Boom. I've set these two cards to have their own intentions, to have their own vibration, right? The moment that I believe that this card is good and this card is bad, I've set the program for myself, right? With you being your God, your I am. I've set the program for myself that anytime I choose this option, I am going to feel like I dishonor myself. I'm going to feel like I went against my belief, and I am going to self-sabotage anytime I go here, anytime I choose the bad option, because I believe that it's bad. Now let me show you how powerful your thoughts are. Now let's say we wipe that whole slate clean and you determine that this is the good one and this is the bad one. Now, this may still be bad for you. It may still have It may still have some symptoms, right? It may still have some experiences, but because you love it, because you believe it, it activates differently inside of you. It grows differently inside of you. The effect isn't as traumatic as it would be to someone else. So you've adapted to your environment and you've established and you've created the meaning for these things. When you see a relationship and you're like, I don't know how they can stay in that relationship, it's dysfunctional. That relationship's unhealthy. The fact that they believe that that is the best that they could do, no matter what I say, the next person say, or anyone else, they're going to always choose this one because they believe it to be true. This works around any system. Okay, I believe in Jesus, I believe in Buddha, I believe in Yahweh, I believe in Muhammad, I believe in Allah. Whatever your belief system is, understand that everything goes back within. Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this, but everything is going to go back within. So you have to ask yourself a series of questions. These series of questions is going to be not based off of how far ahead you can see into your future, right? But how you want to create your future. Because a lot of you are working from the lens of, I need someone to tell me what's going to become of me. But Spirit is saying, because you have tapped into infinite consciousness, because you have taken control and said that I've acknowledged that I'm a God, right? That I have the ability to tap into this universe, manifest the reality I desire, and create from there, right? I know what to do with a seed. Not everyone's going to be on that level. So for those of you that are on that level, to be able to, where you're cognizant enough, let's put it that way, to be able to discern the difference, and you're able to see between the lines, and you can see from all four corners. There's nothing there's nothing you can't see in this present moment, forward, backwards, anything. Yes, what you need to know is going to come up to the forefront the most, but right now the decision that you have to make, whatever this is for you, that rod, right, that power has been given to you, because you have determined that you're sovereign. You stand alone from other entities. So now you have to decide, Spirit, like you're being shown with these two choices that you have, that if you never make a decision, you're going to self-destruct. If you never believe in anything, you fall for, what is it? If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Boom. So you are pretty much a creator. Okay? You're a creator. But as a creator, you're waiting for some higher power outside of yourself to tell you or show you that this is what you're supposed to do. But you've already determined that you're the creator. So there's no need to be on the fence about what your next decision should be, or who you should choose, what you should do, or anything like that. You have to determine right here, right now. Which one are you programming to be the better option for you? Which one are you programming to be your past and how you want to proceed forward? You're also the person that have to put in the formula now. Okay. If you think about a web design, right? If you're designing your own web page, everything, we see the visual image on our end. It looks pretty nice. You scroll up on the phone, it's really detail oriented. It's like, oh wow, because you're given a visual image. But did you know that when you actually are a coder and you design web pages from scratch, right? And you create that's your craft, you're putting in symbols and numbers. Okay? You're putting in brackets. You're putting in specific codes that will read to the viewer the digital image that you created. So you have to program this. So this is like someone, whoever you are, you understand that you have these two options, and now you're putting into the code. You're in the back. You're in the back. You're in the back office. This could literally, you're in the back office of someone's mind. Two people. The question is, do you take what's familiar to you and reprogram that, right? Or do you go with someone new and reprogram that? That's what I see here. That's the only way I can explain it to you. It's like the words are just downloading into my mind and I'm just regurgitating them. So, boom. Whatever, control, alt, delete the ones you don't like, put in some new ones. But the question that I feel like you're having here, the question or the hard part that I think that you are trying to decipher or discern is, it's like this. When you sit in this position as a creator, there's something that's coming up within you because you want to operate in integrity. If you do nothing at all this lifetime, you have determined that you want to operate from integrity and honesty. You probably could do a lot of things. You probably could rewrite, erase, and wipe someone's memory, right? You probably have that ability based off of the infinite mystical abilities you possess. Yeah. You could, okay? You could create a prototype of the perfect human being for yourself if you wanted to. But however, because this is something that you don't desire for yourself, like if we really had to get down to the core of it, you don't desire manipulating the person or the situation like this. I feel like you're up for the challenge. I feel like you don't want to have to manipulate the situation to work for you in this way. You could, and you could pull out on that ability, but something about your integrity won't allow you to succumb to the very thing that you speak against. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're faced with another decision. Do I use my abilities on this person and zap them and give myself a fresh start? Or do I not infringe on their free will? Right? So what you're about to seek is foresight. You're going to go on a trip. You're about to travel or go somewhere, speak to someone from foreign lands, to discuss different things. You want to know the repercussions, right? Because sometimes when the more wisdom we acquire, the more understanding behind this veil, outside of this matrix that we hold on a second, that we acquire, right? There's a very thin line between that balance, right? It's all intentions. Nothing else reads in this dimension outside of intentions. Okay? Nothing else reads outside of outside of intentions. Everything else, it's the byproduct of those intentions, okay? So this other option that you have is unknown to you. It's out of your control. You can't control this other option because you don't know it. It's unfamiliar. Yeah. It's the beginning. It could be a little scary. But But with the power that you have, the type of power that you have that I could feel here, Taurus, you don't want a robot. I don't feel like you want a prototype or a robot. I feel like you genuinely want and believe, because you believe that the fact that you exist, that there is someone identical to you, or there is someone that you are compatible with, you still carry that belief because on some level you know it's real. On some level you know it exists. The question here is, how does this choice affect the outcome, or the success of the outcome? And you can't see that far. There's still a checks and balances, whether it be science, whether it be the metaphysical. There's still a checks and balance. There's still a checks and balance. There's still a, how can I say this? There is still a network of intelligence outside of this realm that I feel does still exist, right? Because yes, we are gods and we are co-creators of that. But I do feel like there is still a checks and balances. And this is what, it's not going to come in the form of man. It's going to come in the form of so many other things. And based off of your teachings, or who've taught you, where'd you get your information from, sometimes being a human being in this meat suit, right? I feel like sometimes it can make you ask yourself, it can make you, how do I say this? Become extreme. And the more you become extreme in trying to control the narrative and you're not balanced with it, you lean towards narcissism. You lean towards, and women and men, all of us are on that chopping block. None of us go without the cause and effect of these things. If you lean too far on the extreme of wanting to control, you become a narcissist. You become someone that wants to be glorified so much for your ego and yourself that you forget your initial mission. As we grow, we have to take stock, right, of that growth and keep self-reflecting. We have to keep self-reflecting before we continue to pull more in. It's a necessary point, and I feel like spiritually, for whoever's going through these major decisions, you want, as you're cashing these energy checks, you want to take a look back and you want to clear out. All right, you want to clear out data, and then you want to check your head. And when you check your head, it will allow you to, it will continue preparing the table that will be set before you. I hope this makes sense for whoever's for, because I do feel like there is some unexpected storm warning coming here. And I feel like the storm is being created within you, because it could be your higher self, right? It could be just your ancestors, or that relationship. Like, hey, don't forget, remember who you are, right? That's what I feel like here. It's like you're at that moment in your life again. I feel like you've been at this moment before, where you're sitting like in that uncomfortable position where it's this or that. You're sitting in that uncomfortable position where the pole is about to be up your ass. If you whatever decision you make, and you can tell yourself that I just need to believe it, and I can control that too. But don't overanalyze, don't overthink, because when you do that, you also detach. All right. You also detach from that divinity, because someone here is going through a transition where they are apart. With their they're parting with their physical self, and they're really ascending. I feel like whoever this energy is for, this is going to be your last time incarnating on this planet. That's how I feel. Like, I feel like from here on, you're not coming back, or you're not reincarnated. You're like an ascended master, or more than that. But you won't be reincarnating on Earth anymore. That's how I feel. Yep, we got fear. Let's see what these other options are. We got hope and heartbreak. Aww. Did I say that uncomfortable space in the middle? This is a hard decision to make. So I feel like you may have broken up with someone, but you're trying to completely close that door, or you're going to try to go back to that door and heal them, fix them, repair them, and do something that maybe has never been done before. Something about this option promotes your mission. Okay? And I feel like you have this energy about you where it's like you don't want to leave anybody out. Like, you don't want to believe that. Yeah, it's like you don't want to believe that, the people that you may have once sat on the block with, or the people that you may once have, grew up with, you can't take with you. Like, this is really showing your humility. Your humility still exists, right? Your humility still exists for humanity. And what drove you down this path to begin with wasn't to make anyone suffer. It was really to go on an adventure, go on a journey to discover the answers, the remedies, to be able to restore people that may feel lost, broken, afraid. Your intentions was always to restore hope into a level of consciousness that may have been perceived as dead, forgotten. Like, you really promote for like the underdogs of anything. Like, you don't want to see anyone being forgotten, no man left behind type of energy here. Yeah, and with this root chakra, you understand that fear only comes from an imbalanced. It's like you understand that fear is a byproduct of a blocked root chakra. Something happened in the homes of these people. Something happened in the homes of the people that you love. The stability around these relationships have been dysfunctional because of something, some type of upbringing. Maybe they didn't get to have experiences. They didn't get to have experiences here. Oh, wow. For some there's like a lot going on, especially with this rainbow, like upside down. You see how the root chakra is at the top, and then the psychic chakra is at the bottom, or the crown chakra. It's something about the perception being flipped around the stability, but it happened at a very childlike nature from people that you loved. So these are your parents. These are your immediate roots that you grew up in, your neighborhoods, your environments. When you are like this, when you have a blocked root chakra, a lot of times what can happen is you can become man, it's like you can get to a point where the only thing you can perceive is through your sexual energy. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is flipped for you. Your reality is distorted. But sometimes this could come from like spankings as well. It's really a lot going on here. Spirit, we really gonna do this today. 8, as within, so without. So it's this energy where it's this Christ-like consciousness, right? Where you feel guided to restore the broken. You feel guided to heal the weak. You feel guided to make the crooked walk straight. You feel guided to heal the disabled. You feel guided to repair what's already here. You have no desire to, forget about them, eradicate them, just start over. You believe, you have some beliefs that that a sleep state of consciousness can be restored, it can be repaired, right? And there's a need to balance that perspective, because sometimes you can be so for your mission or your motive that you forget to allow the next person to choose this for themselves. You forget to allow a higher power to restore. I'm being reminded of Avatar, right? As much as the Na'vi, right? We're trying to preserve their land, their home, their belief systems. As many people died trying to maintain that energy, or maintain that system that works for them, they had to evolve. Many times they had to evolve from believing that help could only come in one form. Help could only come from one color. Help could only come from one place, right? One source. And even in all of the chaos that was going on between that war, whether it was spiritual, physical, take it how it resonates, there was still an overseer. You know what I'm saying? There was still a higher source that was assisting. So somewhere in between you here, I feel like you are here between fear of letting go of one decision because you know that that's done, and fear of what the future will become, and not knowing if anyone else is out there like you. It's like, hello, that movie Titanic, is anyone out there? It's like, is there anyone out there that knows me, that sees me? And I feel like you are about to, letting go of one decision is going to open up a door where for the first time you're actually going to meet someone. Okay? By allowing yourself to be guided, by relinquishing a little bit of control, by making a choice that will pay off for your highest and greatest good, by moving forward. Right? Even if you don't know what to expect, even if it's, you may not be able to determine if that, if that person will see you. But I feel like y'all may be different from different walks of life, okay? You may be different from some type of perspective, okay? Because this is showing me differences. The refrigerator is split here. But even though they're split, there's a balance, because I feel like the balance is you guys have a unique perspective to these things. You have a unique perspective, and with this line in the middle, there's a balance of power between the two of you. And I feel like it's calling to you. I feel like there's a lot of potential, there's a lot of hope, and it doesn't mean that you're giving up or failing, or that you have allowed yourself to fall short in some capacity with someone that you love. It means that you're letting go of your control issues. It means that you're surrendering and you're trusting that there is an infinite network of intelligence, a source that no matter what you call that source, that is still going to take care of who you love, how you love, even if you have to leave. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have to turn your back, even if you have to keep walking. Whoever you are, it's really hard for you to let go of people. You'll do it, but you can see their brokenness. You can see, you know why they're hurt. And you feel like there's no justice for this. You know what I'm saying? There's no truth being spoken about this. You can see what's wrong with these people or this person that you love. One of the things that Avatar, the Airbender, said in the movie, and it was actually the cartoon was on Nickelodeon, when he was going through the heart chakra, and because I see the heart here, he was going through the heart chakra, and he was like, "You're gonna have to let go." Right? So he was like, you're gonna have to go into your heart chakra, find that person that you love in your heart chakra. So, he closed his eyes, he went to that space, and then the vision of the person that he loved or that still held on to his heart appeared, right? The visual image appeared from within. And then he said to him, now I'm going to need you to let go of that attachment you have to that person. And the first thing that the airbender said was, no, why would I do that? Why would I let go of that person? Why would I let them go? I love them. What type of person would ask me to let go of someone I love? And then he was saying that if you don't let go, you won't be able to fully activate your higher self. Because you have to, if you're going to unblock all your chakras, you have to make it to your crown and allow that higher self to really give you the details that you need, the foresight that you're looking for. You ain't going to be able to find this information in a book. You ain't going to be able to read this or analyze it or study it. Okay. You could have a lot of Virgo in your chart, or you have a Virgo placement around mysteries. And that is one of the aspects that makes you look into a little bit of everything and see how they're all related. And it's like your brain operates like a Rubik's Cube. You know what I'm saying? It's always moving, cracking something open, fixing things, right? You're a fixer. Long story short, he said that when you detach for someone, you only fear detaching from them and letting them go is because you don't believe that they're still with you. The moment that you stop believing that that person is no longer a part of that oneness, you feel like you have to hold on to the version of them that exists currently. See, there's a balance between the physical and the spiritual. But then there's a third realm. There's another dimensional layer that requires you to surrender. Surrender to the unknown. Surrender to that infinite source. Like I said, it doesn't matter who you call it or what you call it. Hold on a second. It asks that you do it, okay? So I feel like, look at that, intuition and manifestation. It's a duality. The third spirit, yes. You see that 3 here? The third spirit is not just you. It's your intuition. It's the manifestation of this creation, and it's also a third order. You won't really know what to expect with this. We have 8 and 4, 17, 13. So we have reptilian, predator, survival, tyrannical, and then we have stalking, intimidation, confrontation. So there is like a lot of forbidden things that, you know, shoot, you may be tied to, or you may know about, or hidden truths, hidden mysteries. I had told you that I felt like whoever you are, you really are capable to, like, you have this Virgo energy about you. I'm picking up strong Scorpio energy too. Like, you don't mind going into the dark. The dark may even be like your superpower. Like, going into the dark, not seeing anything, is something where so many answers come to you. But this, when it comes to matters of the heart, out of your control, especially with all this root chakra energy, this is definitely showing me that you're someone that has pushed yourself to really maintain that stability and control. You don't ever have to experience the bad side of anything. I mean, you understand that you're going to experience the bad side of the things, right? But I think this is more like, this is an area I can control. I can control fixing this. This is fixable. When it's fixable, it's hard to let go of what you believe is fixable. This is really a test for you. Wow, you have Venusians, which means you and someone else may be Venusians. Okay? Pink and blue. I did yesterday. Oh my God, yesterday it was called, my sister is messaging me. Give me 1 second, you guys. She needs something from me. And no, I'm not going to restart it because I'm in a state of flow. Thank you for your patience. So we have 4, 5, 6. So this is another 6. You have hope, 6, 6 here. Romance, soulmates, empathy. So you and someone else are sensitive, empathic. You're sensitive. Yeah, didn't I say something earlier about free will? You have Andromedans, autonomy, free will, manifestation, Merkaba. Wow. For some of you, you may have gone back and forth with the idea if you and someone else would ever be able to get back together again. Yeah. The Galactic Federation is saying community, collaborations, meetings. Then you have man holding a heart, kindred spirits, door to romance. But it's like with this 666 here, something is creating fear here, like fear of the unknown, fear of what to expect. I don't know. It's going to be different for every single person, but Spirit really wants to talk about this back and forth decision you've been trying to contemplate on. You'll have to apply what it is. Even if it's a job, Spirit is saying you should feel like, I love this thing. I love this job. I love this career. I love what it's doing for my life. I love how I feel. And if you don't feel hopeful, then that's a sign that it's time to end it, you know? Got privileged lady. You could be trying to decide between two people. Wow. You could be a single person. All right. Maybe trying to get advice from someone. I have 666 here. A mature woman and endings. Like, I feel like whoever you are, you're trying to end a connection with somebody so you can go towards a more healthy, mature relationship. You may be getting to know someone. Yes, that was the name that I was. Just put it right there and then close the door. That was the name of I received that. Man, I received this. Darn it. I cannot remember the name of it. I want to get my folder. Hold on, y'all. I received this let me just see if I could find it. Yeah, I had a dream. And in my dream, I woke up, I wrote about it, I journaled about it, right? And then, I was asking Spirit what that mean. And then over the day, Spirit was revealing to me that it was courting in the spirit. So you've been courting someone in the spirit. So this is a strong spiritual connection. And then look, the pink and the blue. And then here, the pink and the blue. That's what made me, because I saw this pink and blue orbs. And then you have all this pink and blue here. So it's pink and blue again. It's like someone wants to let go of someone that may be like this privileged lady or privileged man, or someone that's been getting to experience, y'all, maybe y'all have been hurting each other. Maybe, y'all are staying together, or you're dealing with each other because it's familiar. There's fear of the unknown moving forward, but it's not really moving forwards. It's actually like you've moved on from this person that you love, but you're still in love with them. But so you're not really moving on, but you're trying to move on, but your heartbreak won't allow you to go back to anything from your past. It's like a pride thing, or a fear of unable to heal from that hurt, because there's a tear here. So that broken heart could be you, and you could be, no, I got to stay here because maybe someone else had a contract, right? You have another 6, family and friends. Maybe something was embarrassing to you, but you're like, I don't know. I'm afraid of what could become of the situation. This has a lot to do with your belief. Your belief is being tested. Do you believe in magic? You might say no. Do you believe that your thoughts create your reality? You might say yeah. But ultimately, for whatever this is, you're going to have to get grounded. You have main female and the Lovers. Getting to know someone. You're about to meet someone in flesh, but I think you've been courting them in spirit for some of you. For others of you, this is a reuniting a connection. And then the other message that I'm getting is that it may be this or that. You know what I'm saying? It may be a situation where all of this is hanging in the balance, and you're just gonna be surprised about how it play out. I haven't even touched my tarot cards yet. Acceptance. You're going to have to accept something so you can have your soulmate. Look at the both red. All these red cards. You need to clear your root chakra so you can think clearly. Acceptance. Even if look at that grip. You're holding on to something for dear life. And it's no matter how much spirit is trying to saying you can let it go. Look, there's a piece right there. You're like, no. This is what I know. This is what I could do. If it's a job, this is what I know. This is what I'm used to. But listen. It served its purpose. Now it's time to grow. Someone here hasn't been growing. Spirit, any final channel message? King of Pentacles. You need to watch that video that came out yesterday, Courting in the Spirit. That's what it's called. Like, this is, yeah, you're about to go towards like either a divine feminine. I'm picking up a strong, someone that's strong in their masculine energy, Taurus. But you have the King of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is gonna unlock your destiny to the, like, you have all these soulmates. Like, Spirit is saying, like, yeah, let go of all your prior attachments. Ten of Swords, surrender control. Yeah, you've been analyzing this to the T. You've been analyzing this to the T. And the Ten of Swords, y'all have been, it's like you guys have been unhealthy to each other. But you've built some type of community, some type of foundation with this person, and you don't want to let them go, or you've built some type of teamwork. You know them, they know you. This person may have accepted that the both of you are just friends, okay? You guys may have collaborated with each other. Y'all could have come from back in the day when y'all didn't have nothing, and now you guys have something, and you're trying to figure out how you want to invest in it. This is, you're traveling, you've outgrown, like, Taurus, you've outgrown people, places, and things. You're moving abroad. You could be going to foreign lands, but you're moving forward. You're planning, and you need to have the self-confidence, the self-belief, and the freedom to know that happiness is the best choice. And if you are not happy, there's no need to infringe on anyone else's free will to make it work. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, making it work. You just keep it moving. When they're ready, they're ready. You don't have to manipulate the situation. Look at that, the Devil and the Sun. You don't have to manipulate the situation to get them to see it. You don't have to try to convince them, strategize. Yep. Or anything. Again, with this hope. There's some type of major event that Spirit is trying to get you to, Taurus. You have the Hierophant, the Chariot, and the Star. Do you believe in magic, Taurus? Okay, because I feel like you got a lot of people coming back, and it's like they're going backwards and forwards, back and forth. I don't know. First I was reading this way. Now I'm reading this way. Now I'm reading back this way. And now we're going back this way. So Spirit is saying, like, close out your past. These Knight of Wands, these particular options. Especially, like, this is so much brighter over here. Every card. To the left. Everything you own in a box to the left. In the closet. Please don't touch. Okay, so look at that. You have all this, the Wheel of Fortune, your destiny, the Chariot. Taurus, look at this. The Hierophant, courtship, man, female, soulmate. You're not gonna, like, this is someone that's gonna be cheating on you, or you gotta share them with the rest of the world, or vice versa. The Lovers. You have Venusian energy. All of these cards are so positive over here. You would feel like this was a no-brainer, but this is something with a blocked root chakra. This is why you feel like you have to stay here, and you feel like you're torn between letting go of your past, giving up on the belief that you can heal somebody. And it has a lot to do with your upbringing, okay? Maybe, the self-sacrificing energy, Taurus. I want to hold you in my arms and feel our bodies unite as one. Yeah, especially if you have had sex with this person before. It could be sexually driven. Like, you may have a sexual tie, like a chastity belt, or something that keeps bringing these old things, reviving old things. and they telepathically connect with you through your root chakra. Again, with this red, you see the red bra, the red letters, all of this is red. These are connections that is like, yeah, you may even have a spiritual connection with them in the spirit realm, where y'all may be having sex fucking in the spirit realm, right? And you're astral traveling, and the connections get stronger and stronger, but it comes through your lower chakra, it comes through your lower head and portal, your root chakra, and that familiar, like it just fits. The body is malleable. You guys know each other. It's comfort. It's home. It feels like home, but it's toxic. If you were to go get a Reiki healing done right now, you probably be like, that muddled thinking, right? That foggy thinking wouldn't be there anymore. You know what I'm saying? It says, I know this is more than a relationship, and that there is higher purpose to our connection. So you have one over here that's strictly more sexually driven and controlled by the ambition or the excitement of it. And then over here you have one of mission and purpose. But it's like hard to choose between one over the other. You have two here, two here. Which one will it be? Let's tap into this mission over here. Karmic ties. I've been giving my power away to people in my life. I'm learning to set boundaries. Yeah. We project our patterns onto each other, and this makes it difficult to see what is real and what is fear-based thinking. Again, fear is here in the middle. I know him. Dang, it may be hard to talk to this person. It's like, as soon as I try to talk on this end, it's like shut down. So you may go through that experiences where it's like y'all battle for the microphone. You know what I'm saying? Y'all battle for the moment to get your point across. I know in my heart we'll be together one day, and that helps me trust. Let's keep working on us. So I feel like this is someone that you may have held on to energetically, regardless if y'all been in union or not. This is my person. This is what I want. This. That's that energy right here. Over here, it feels unknown. I'm gonna be honest with you. It do. Union is an energy, not a physical construct. Even when we aren't together, I feel our union. So you see how like this person is looking ahead, but then like the reflective side of that is upside down. So right now, what you feel like is best for you is no good for you, and what you feel like isn't so good for you is probably where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you sitting here and you're like, well, because I'm also seeing someone else is like paralyzed in no decision, like you're in no man's land, because of fear is paralyzing you from being able to decide what's best for you. Being mirrors for each other makes self-love so important. I wish I was there to love you, but if I'm not, I want you to love and nurture yourself. Yeah, this is like two people. Y'all have been trying to be guided towards each other, but y'all just keep missing each other for some reason. I can't validate our love in 3D until I understand our spiritual love in 5D. Give me time to explore this aspect so I can be a strong spiritual partner for you. So, like I said, courting in the spirit is what pretty much the themed readings that spirit gave me to start doing. And one of those things is because, like this card said, the physical realm may not be validating much for you, but you can't sit here much longer. So you're not growing. You have to make a choice. So you show up in my dreams. It helps me process buried memories, because I feel like someone's third eye is upside down. Yeah, look at that water. This frequency. Something about life path 1 could be significant. Life path 11, life path 6, life path 8. You may not even know who's really communicating with you in the spirit. I'm listening to my higher self now. A higher power is guiding me. Yes, Taurus. So a higher power is going to be guiding you through this, through the water, your emotions. You have 1 and 1. This, I'm something about meeting of the minds. You see this? How their foreheads are touching. I heard the boogaloo whale. Oh my god, I love that whale. You know, the one that does that has the really big forehead? That's like my animal totem. I was like, what's your favorite you know, animal totem? I was like, the boogaloo whale. Cause we got the same forehead. It says, I long to sweep you off your feet and shower you with love. So what type of love do you want? Okay, you have this one, or you have this one. You're moving towards a more divine counterpart type of love. Yeah. You have to change. You can't continue going back to this old pattern. It says you are in your old patterns but can't see it. All right? When you feel triggered by love, or you feel like someone isn't coming after you, you tend to go and you tend to add to your body count or something like that. And it's not saying that you can't be intimate with someone, but I mean, it's a rebound thing, you know. This is going to take discipline, but you can do this. All right, Taurus, you got this. I am rooting for you. I believe in you. Because you are the bull. You better drink. You the Red Bull out here. You give energy. It's in your testicles. I'm just playing. I'm so serious. Bask in joy and light. Look at that bee. Something's gonna happen by summer. Some of y'all are going through all this energy to clear all this out, because by summer, you finna be like outside like Olaf. Your cold heart is finna be caught up in the rapture of you. You got High Priest. Okay. And I think High Priestess came out. So a High Priest and a High Priestess is coming together. You guys are medicine. You have like a healing energy. Okay. We also talked about the serpent and the so you could be into herbs, be open to healing information. You could be receiving a lot of healing information. Definitely Christ consciousness here. Intend and create. Didn't I say something about your intentions to create? I said this. Oh my God. All this Egyptian is coming out. What does it say? Trust your instincts. So we got a messenger, angel, animal guardian. I was talking about animals. We also have medicine. It says trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. So you're going to be exchanging energy. You're going to be exchanging enemies for more positive energy. Like, pardon me. I'm seeing someone saying like, pardon me, excuse me, let me get over here, or something like that, or sharing what they create with you. This is going to be like, maybe I'm trading this for that. Yeah. Wisdom. But intend and create. We were talking about this in the meetings why can't I think of it? Courting in the spirit. High Priest. I was talking about, this was what I was referring to when I said scepters. Okay. So yeah, you could have a lot of ancient descents of like the scepter or something like that. Harnessing that. And then look at this. I don't want to say the wrong thing because I see a Merkabah. I see a cobra. Okay. I think that's the gazelle. Then I see the wings. Okay. But this is, I don't know if it's Hathor. Yeah, so you have a lifetime, whoever you are, of being a pharaoh. Like your hands could still like give like you could have certain hands like it's an extension, okay, of something where something's elongated, and it's because like you were born with the same type of print that y'all. I gotta go. I love you, Taurus. Sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. And remember, love is always key. Toodles, Taurus.